A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH286, Patricia and David. And boy, I just looked out the window and it's made a liar of me because I wrote down 100% cloud cover and now it's just clearing. The sun's gone down and we've only got about 50% cloud cover. We have had rain this afternoon, but the morning was just absolutely delightful. Flat, calm, sunny and dry, but we could see it coming and we got home. Oh, I got home about, 1:30, thereabouts, and an hour later the rain came. So how's that for good timing? So it looks like we have got a bit of a slowdown in Champagne going to New Caledonia. Mind you, they probably were getting a bit used to that rooster tail behind them. So a bit more peaceful is not probably too upsetting. And Rubicon getting closer. But I thought I would share with you, before I bring in the boats that we have got on passage, something interesting I read today. It was all about, and of course this is the headline sort of got me, I think it was on CNN, but blue jeans. How often should you wash your jeans? And according to the Levi's design director, let me tell you that it's not what we do, because me being a great washerwoman, I like to wash jeans as soon as I can see any dirt on them, and I wash them quite hot. Well, not so. According to Levi's, you should wash your jeans in cold water with a gentle cycle by themselves, but only after 30 to 50 wears. Goodness gracious me. I mean, that's not very often, is it? Mind you, the folk that wore jeans 100 years ago out on the western plains of America probably never got to wash them. There is an option, of course, and that is to spray them with vinegar and hang them in the sun. But basically, washing them in cold water after 30 to 50 wears and wash them inside out on a gentle cycle. Wow. And evidently washing them inside out helps protect the outside fibres. There, well, I bet you didn't know that, and hopefully none of you men who always complain about your jeans being removed for the wash didn't hear that. Anyway, of course, talking about America, it's Independence Day next week, July 4th, and so it being on a Tuesday, they're all going to have a long weekend. That's about it from news from me. So let's call in Rubicon, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Gulf Harbour, Rubicon.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd hear you so well this evening, Elizabeth, because there's a lot of what we call short skip. I can hear, if I turn the microphone, the speaker up, I can hear myself rather loudly, so I have to keep turning it down when you come on. But how's it going? Over?
It's going well. The wind is pretty much died. What there is maybe 5 knots from the south, with maybe a touch of west in it. We've got probably, 35% cloud cover and slight rolls all the way down the bay, okay?
Wow, well, that's interesting. I thought you might have had, oh no, you sort of get a bit sheltered there. So, yeah, where exactly are you? Go ahead, over.
Roger that. We're at 18 degrees 56 south, 179 degrees 35. We're traveling at 6.5 knots with a course of 350, and we're motor sailing, okay?
Yep, but what a nice way to close in on Fiji. So Rubicon is at 1856 south, 17935 east, doing a 6.5 knot motor sail on a course of 350. The wind has dropped off. It's about 5 knots from the south with maybe a skosh of west in it. So what's the ETA now? Over. Aha. They're thinking.
Tomorrow evening or Wednesday morning, just depending on how we do it.
Yeah, I just wondered about what David's got in store for you for tomorrow. So let's see what he says.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Looking at satellite imagery now, there's actually from what I can see, there's a there's a cold front that's running actually over southern Vanuatu, and it runs to Kindavu, right over Kindavu, and then onwards to Tonga. And I'm not sure where you are in relation to Kindavu. I can move my cursor around a little bit, but it looks like tomorrow the winds are going to be fairly light, maybe westerlies about 10 to 15. And then on Wednesday it looks like well, there's a real controversy on Wednesday. Fiji Met thinks it's going to be 15 to 20 out of the southwest, actually southwest, 15 to 20. I don't quite see that much wind. However, it all depends on what that trough decides to do. Actually, that frontal band, if it moves up over Viti Levu and then onwards to Vanua Levu. However, the other possibility is the trough that is above you, and that particular one runs from the Solomons right through Rotuma, and then it goes through Wallace and Fletunu, and that looks like, putting it on a moving picture, if you will, it's starting to slide toward Vanua Levu, which means it might be over Savu Savu by the time you get there. So if it does that, then you could expect the winds would be a little bit more, and that's why maybe Fiji Met is thinking 15 to 20 on Wednesday out of the southwest. So we'll see. Very interesting stuff. Over.
Yeah, not such a fan of interesting, but yeah, hopefully we'll be in by the time it decides to do whatever it's going to do, okay?
Yeah, you always get a bit dubious. Well, you've listened to David for so many years. You know when he says interesting, it's interesting from a meteorological point of view and not so interesting from somebody sitting in the boat dealing with it. So you're up to his verbal tricks. All right, well, we'll talk to you tomorrow and see where you are. And, nothing wrong with having a motor at this stage, is there, just to get underway there, and a good speed that you're going. So, you'll be smelling the barn by the time we talk to you tomorrow. So have a good night, Elizabeth. Hi to Matt. Over.
Roger, thanks for that.
Okay, clear with Rubicon, and let's go to the not-so-speedy Champagne tonight. Things have eased off a bit there, probably giving them time to catch their breath before the events tomorrow. Champagne, Gulf Harbour.
Over.
Well, I got the over, but I didn't get much more, Martin, but a good strong signal. And how's it going? Over?
Apologies there, yeah, I forgot you have to wait a moment when you press the button. Anyway, hopefully you can hear us well now. And how are we going? Yeah, what do you mean we're not going so fast? We're creeping along. We've been going at 8 or 9 knots today. And, we've been going really well today. We've been doing 7 knots or what? Over.
Well, the AIS is doing a bit of a fib, because they've got you at the moment, because I've been out all day, but at the moment they've got you just doing, they have 2. When I looked before, it was 5.6. I don't know what that was, but you're right. Now it's 8.8. Gosh, I only looked about half an hour ago, and they've changed their mind. This position it's a bit old. It's 52 minutes old. And yes, you are now looking rather speedy. My goodness gracious. This is going to be a record-breaking trip for you guys. Go ahead with the full report.
Yeah, look, I'm afraid, Patricia, we do have this slight issue with our SXB where sometimes the transmitting it interferes with our instruments, and I've had to restart them, so I can't give you the lat long at the moment. Over.
Okay, well, I have got the lat long from 52 minutes ago, and that was 2607. So I'm just going to write that down at the moment. It's close enough for David. And 16837. but you will be able to give me an updated course and speed and weather. Over.
Yeah, okay. I've got the information in front of me again now. Sorry. Yeah. So landlines are 2601 and 16834. Course over ground is 1040 magnetic, and we're going currently at 7 knots. And the weather is beautiful, 30% cloud cover, and we're sitting in the sun here. The seas have died in a bit. We've got about 2 meters swell probably, and yeah, I can't remember anything else you need to know. Over.
What about the wind?
Ah, yes, the wind. So the wind is, what's the wind been? It's been about 15 knots, I guess. And the direction's about 237 magnetic. So yeah, from the southwest. And yeah, that's the wind. It's been very useful to us. Over.
Yeah, my goodness, you've had just fantastic steady wind. It looks like it's just going to back a bit, but I'll put that to David to make a decision. I've got Champagne at 2601 and 168, I think you said 24. The direction was a bit of a surprise, 240 magnetic, is that correct?
It's, 16834. And what was the course over there? 349 magnetic. Over.
349.
That makes more sense. 349 magnetic at 7 knots. Yes, you've really made some progress. Boy, it's going well. I'm just going to pass the microphone to see what David reckons is going to happen tomorrow, because what I'm looking at on the AIS, of course, you just get the GFS and you don't get any choices. But it looks like it's picking up somewhat, so that's certainly got you going rather well. You're not going to be arriving in Mumia with any stuff on the hull, that's for sure. Here's David.
Yeah, you're doing very, very well. No question about that. Yeah, Patricia's right. I think you're going to have southwest winds tomorrow about 20 to 25. Might even be higher in the gusts. What's happening? It's interesting you've got clear skies right now, but I'm looking at real-time satellite imagery, and just to the north of you, actually over New Caledonia at the moment, right over the outer reef, actually, there is an occluded weather front, which is bringing cloud, basically almost 100% cloud, and a little bit more wind right there as well because of that occluded front. But you are just to the south of it. You're at the clear part, which is interesting. Now, I'm not sure what this occluded front is going to do. It may dissipate because from what I see, looking at the loop, I can see the clouds are starting to break even more. So it very well might be gone by tomorrow. So let's hope that's the case. But the wind won't be, though. I think you will have a stronger wind, and that's all from that big, giant low that's sitting by New Zealand that's aggravating us. So, yeah, we'll see what you get. Again, southwest 20 to 25. And be curious if that's what you actually do get. So, we'll be happy to talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.
Well, thank you for that, Dave. Yeah, wind might pick up a bit, which is good. That'll give us a final push. We're expecting to arrive kind of very early Wednesday morning at the moment. That's our prediction. Over.
Yeah, okay. Early Wednesday morning ETA. So have you guys been to New Cal before, over?
No, we haven't actually. Perhaps you could just tell us what we should do when we get there. I believe from the internet and various things, basically just call up the marina to check in, and then I go and visit the customs people. But I don't know what channel to call the marina on, over.
Yeah, it used to be 73, I think. I'll check that for tomorrow night. But you can go into Moselle, and usually the customs come to you. If there's space at Moselle, then the customs and immigration and etc. come to you at Moselle. That is usually the situation, but it's no big deal to go to customs. But I think you'll find that when you call the marina, they'll tell you to come in, especially at this when you're arriving, because it's not the weekend or anything and it won't be full. But if there's space, they'll have you come in, take a berth, and then they'll all come to you. So it's a piece of ease, really, if there's space in the marina. If there isn't, then they'll get you to anchor somewhere, and yes, you will have to, and we'll talk all about that tomorrow. We actually quite like to do that. Sometimes if you've had to go somewhere or other else, we've just gone in to pick them up and bring them out. But yeah, it changes sometimes. It just depends. So yeah, we love New Caledonia. In our last lot of cruising, we just kept going there because it's really, really pleasant. Particularly useful is the Rocket Guide. It's a digital guide which is totally phenomenal. It would be very, very useful to get the Rocket Guide. Richard Cheshire and his wife do it. He's really technically competent, and he's a marine biologist, so he's got fantastic detail if any of you are interested in snorkeling and diving as to where good places are. And of course his routes and waypoints and things are all absolutely perfect. So he's actually in Orfilina, that's the bay just around from Moselle. He's got a mooring there, but yes, just look online for the Rocket Guide if you haven't got it. Over.
Oh yeah, well thanks for that. That's really useful information. Actually, I know Richard. I've been communicating with him because he needed some parts brought over from New Zealand, so I put a box of bits for him in the boat. And I actually emailed him today, so and I've got his Rocket Guide because he gave them to me for free, which was lovely, in exchange for me bringing him a few spare parts for his boat. But anyway, thank you very much for the information. If you could find out which channel it is for the marina tomorrow, we'll talk to you tomorrow. That would be great. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get into the marina. We prefer that, I think, really. We're only there for a few days, and my wife's already there from an apartment in town. So it would be nice that if we go into the marina and come to us, that would be much more convenient. You know, blow the cost. I have been hearing that things are quite expensive there. Over.
Yep, they are, but boy, it is such a joy to go into their supermarkets because of the regular flights every week from France. They have the most miraculous cheeses and all the rest of it. But yes, it is expensive, but the quality is there. And sometimes we've bought New Zealand lamb cheaper than we can buy it here. But that's good that you've got the Rocket Guide. And please say hello to Richard when you see him from David and myself. We know him too. So yeah, he does a great job there. And yeah, good that you could take stuff up to him, because getting stuff like boat parts into New Caledonia is a bit of a well, especially if you're resident like he is, it gets on the expensive side. So, alrighty, yep, I think it is 70 something, and I'll just confirm that tomorrow. But even if you call on 16, the very helpful people working channel 16 will tell you what channel it is anyway. But I will confirm that tomorrow. Alright, well, all you guys have a good time, and we will talk to you tomorrow. So yes, you've had a superb passage, so that's good. Your wife will probably regret that she didn't come on it. All right, have a good night. Over.
No, I doubt that, but anyway, yeah, it was a pleasure to talk to you, Patricia, tonight, and we look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. We're just going to go and spray our jeans with vinegar. Over.
Yep, and make sure that you can count. You'll have to keep a log of the 30 to 50 wet. My God, the jeans would probably walk to the washing machine after that length of time. Okay, good night to Champagne. And is there anybody else for Gulf Harbour Radio? Okay, nothing heard, and we've got a calm, flat night here, so we'll go and enjoy the darkness, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Cheers, everybody. Gulf Harbour Radio clear.